Ooh, look what was trying to cross the road. That is a baby rattlesnake right there, guys. See him shaking his tail? Yeah. No. They're out. Watch where you step. Alright, guy, you need to get out of the road. You going back over there. What's up, guys? Welcome back for another video here at Triple R Farms. My name is Daniel and it is May the 16th. Yes, you heard me right. May the 16th is Tuesday. June is right around the corner. Yeah, time's flying by. But here's what we got on tap for today. We are down here at Gray Rocks. We are in the irrigated field. See the irrigation? Yep. What the plan is I've got about 2 hours left of spraying the corn down here, and then all the corn will be laid by at Gray Rocks. If you don't know what laying by corn is, it'll be the last trip across this corn with my sprayer as far as killing weeds and grasses and whatever else that is growing, putting out herbicides. The corn should canopy over. That means the leaves will touch in between the 2 rows and should shade out the rest of the weeds and stuff that are trying to grow the rest of the season. That is the plan. So anyway, I got about 2 hours, and then I would love to get my rogator moved home and get my water trailer and everything back to the shop, because the rest of the corn I have left to spray is right around the valley and all, kind of around the shop. So I would love to get everything there, so when I jump back on the sprayer, everything will be right there real close. Philip is running the fertilizer rig. He is right on the other side of those woods. Knock on wood or metal. Fertilizer rig has been running pretty good lately. I say that, but he did have a blowout on the front tire the other day that scared him pretty good. It just blew, just exploded. Don't know why, but anyway, it scared him pretty good. Got that fixed, and he got back running, so he didn't get a lot done yesterday, but he's running this morning. So the plan is, once I get everything moved back to the shop, I am gonna get on the fertilizer rig, and I'm gonna try to finish fertilizing all the corn, and I'm gonna let Philip get back on his planter. Then him and Dad will be together again running the planters, both of the planters, planting beans, and then we got some grain sorghum left to plant. But so that is the plan, but you know how it goes. Everything can change like that, but anyway, hopefully we'll have a productive day and get a lot done. So let's get this video started. So the first thing we're gonna do this morning, we're down here at the pivot. We're gonna crank it up and we're gonna walk it this way. I've sprayed pretty much everything till about right here. So we're gonna walk it this way, and anyway, that way I can get behind it and spray what I need to spray. Looks like they got the old motor back. Hopefully they got it fixed. Probably have some wasp nests on here somewhere, so we gotta look out for that. But we'll see if this baby will crank up. I think I just saw a wasp right behind that bar. Oh, right there. Alright, first problem of the day is the pivot is not walking for some reason. It looks like it hadn't hardly walked since I cranked it up. What I just did is I went down to the motor. It's in forward, so it should be going this way, but anyway, it was just sitting still. So what I did is I reversed it, and it's tried to reverse, and it went a little ways, but I just never think these end towers ever moved. So what I'm gonna be looking for is the obvious stuff first, like a flat tire. I don't see any flat tires. It could be a gearbox that's locking up and not letting it turn, not letting the wheel move. But anyway, this is a valley pivot, and it's all run off of that generator down there. It's totally different from our T&L. Our T&L pivots are run by hydraulics. This baby right here is run by electricity, so not a big fan of dealing with electricity. So if I can avoid getting up there and fooling with those boxes, trying to get it back in line, that would be awesome. So let's start looking. These two tires look fine. These tires look all right. Next. That one was leaking when it was sitting still, but it could be a number of things. Like I said, it could be a gearbox that's locked up, a motor that's gone bad. I'll keep looking. One looks good. Pretty leaves. So I don't know what the problem is. I pretty much walked the whole pivot. I didn't go all the way to the motor because like the first 4 towers, I could see them moving when I was reversing it from forward to reverse. So they're not a problem. It's something down here on this end. If I had to guess, and we're gonna guess right now, it's gonna be this gearbox right here because it was leaking oil on the rim right there, the one I just showed y'all. The only way now to really diagnose a problem, you need 2 people. You need somebody down there at the motor, flicking it from forward to reverse, somebody walking to each tower, you know, watching it move. And anyway, you'll be able to tell which one's locked up because that wheel will not move. Or either when you go to forward to reverse, it'll make a loud popping noise, you know, just kind of pop, 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 like that. So anyway. Unfortunately, I'm the only one out here, and I'm not gonna stop. Philip, Dad, is rained out down there at Blackwell's Bend. He was planting beans. He said they got a huge rain down there, like an inch and a half. So that is awesome. But anyway, he's not planting right now, so I think he's on the way down here anyway, because he had to do something to the pivot, to one of these sprinkler heads or something. So when he gets here, we'll see if we can diagnose the problem. But I'm gonna keep spraying. So remember the plans we had at the first of the video where I told you what was on tap for the day? Yeah, everything is starting to change dramatically. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, heck, they're all moving. They're all walking now.
Yeah, but it may cut off. I'm not on 100%.
I think everything's fine.
Okay. It just got hung up somehow. You want to go forward now?
Hold on. Yeah, I say go forward. It didn't. It wasn't doing this earlier, so it. I don't know. Maybe it just got out of line, and it lined itself back up.
All right. Let me hit that forward button.
Well, she's working. Guys, I almost played a pretty good prank on Dad, and it would have been a good one, but I decided not to do it. But I'll go ahead and tell you what I was about to do. See the end of the pivot right there? See that boom, the end gun? When we first started cranking the pivot up and walking it, Dad was down there at the motor, and that end of that pivot was really close to my rogator. When I drove my rogator over here, I made sure if we were going to walk it forward and reverse, that the end of that boom was not going to hit my rogator. But it's going to be a pretty close call. But from the other end where Dad is at the motor, if he looked down the pivot and it was lined up with my rogator, he probably, I mean, it probably looked like it was hitting my rogator. So when he was out there walking, checking the first tower to see if it was moving, and we were on the phone together, I almost was like, stop the pivot, stop, it's hitting my rogator, it's hitting my rogator. And he would have taken off running so fast to cut that motor off. I actually thought he may hurt himself. So we didn't do it, but man, it would have been a good one. But God, I thought about it so hard, but then like I said, I didn't want him to hurt himself, but golly, it would have been a good one, and he'd have been so mad at me. But we didn't do it, but it was a good one. Could have been a good one, but we didn't do it, so don't get mad at me. Hot out there today, boys. 95 degrees, high humidity. You get outside this cab, you'll feel it pretty quick. But here's what we're gonna do. Before I take the rogator home, we're gonna go ahead and do the test plots that Auburn University has out here. So I'm gonna take my rogator back up there to the truck, and when Philip gets a full load and comes back to the field, then I'll go over exactly what we're doing in these test plots. All right, let's see if we can find the flags in the test plots. Let me know if you see one somewhere out here. All right, so there is the flag. We found it. That's 1B right there. And what we're doing on this particular project with Auburn University is Professor Brenda Ortiz. She's overseeing this whole project, and basically they're monitoring different amounts of nitrogen being applied to corn. In this particular field right here. And what we got right here is these 12 rows. They're going to get the same amount of nitrogen as the rest of the field on this trip. We're doing 34 gallons to the acre of 28005. What is that? 98.6 pounds of nitrogen are being applied at this time. That's not the total now. Remember, we had 80 out at planting, and then we're coming with 96 or 98. And then we'll take tissue samples all season. If we need to add something right at tassel, we will. But on this trip, 34 gallons to the acre will be applied to these 12 rows, same as the whole field. And right here, this is 1B. These 12 rows will get 50 extra pounds of nitrogen on top of that 34 gallons to the acre. So this particular row will get 17 more gallons of 28005 applied to it. And right here, these 12 rows will get minus 50 pounds on what we're doing on our control. So basically, these 12 rows right here are only getting 17 gallons to the acre, 28,005 on this trip. So that's kind of the way it is. We got three plots out here. This is the plot 1. 100 yards over will be 2A, 2B, 2C. 100 yards from that over there will be 3A, 3B, and 3C. And they're going to be done exactly like these three right here. These 3 sets of 12 rows. They're going to be done exactly like that on the other 2 plots. Probably can't see very good, but because of all the dust and the dirty windshield. But this is the, we're on 2C, and the 12 rows on 2C, they get 16.8 gallons to the acre of 28,005. That is why I'm that's why I'm having to go pretty fast here, because it's just so small of a rate, and we got those big orifices in there. We're having to clip along pretty good. How's my driving? And if y'all look over there to the right, y'all notice anything over there? I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but we're getting dark over there, which equals rain. That's a new tire. Alright guys, it's early Wednesday morning, and yes, we are on the fertilizer rig, and yes, we are getting a pretty good little shower right now. I don't know how much we're going to get. You know, it's early in the morning. Usually those play out, but it's been lightning all around. Not a real hard rain, but it's just been a slow, steady rain. But anyway, it's not going to stop us from running until we get some heavy rain and it just gets too muddy for the tractor to stay on the road. Alright, we have just put out our first load of the day, and we are running low on diesel. This is a tractor that's still got this bracket that's broke. We got 2 bolts that are broke off right here. Anyway, this bracket is supposed to be holding the tank up, but as you can see, it is not. We got a strap on it. What I'm getting at is we're trying not to put a lot of diesel in it as far as weight. When we get back to the shop, we're going to work on it and get those bolts out and get it bolted back up. But for now, we're just putting a little bit of fuel in it just to get by day to day. I just want to take a peek in the tank, see what we look like. Man, that is clean. That is what you want to see. Clean tank. I just hadn't looked at it since we've been running. I just want to take a look, make sure we didn't have an issue. I always have one that doesn't fall back down. Second one from the end. It gets caught right here on this bolt. So I got the drone with me today, so I'm in some pretty good long rows. We're gonna be going back and forth. I think it's a good time to bring it out. We get some cool footage. We got perfect sunshine. So let's throw that thing up in the air and see if we can get some video of this cool thing. Good grief. Of course, right when I say that, I have that raven valve. One of the sections will not turn on. We're gonna go throw this baby on real quick. Hopefully that'll solve the problem. What's happening is water is getting down in these things somehow. They must have a rubber gasket or this seal right here. Anyway, water's getting in there somehow, and when water gets in there, you can shake it and hear the water, and it's just frying all the electrical stuff in here. So we'll go slap this on. Hopefully that'll cure it. If he does, then we'll start the drone footage immediately. Well, the camera battery died, so I don't know what y'all got to see, but we got the new one on. I have not tried it yet. Here's the old one right here. If you listen, you can hear the water in it. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Got that going. We'll hit override while we're sitting still, just see if it'll spray. Boom. And she's working. See them right there? All right, we're good to go. Now we can start the drone footage. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up the video. It's just going to be me sitting in this cab the rest of the day going back and forth, so pretty much nothing else to film. But so we'll go ahead and wrap up the video. I will have to say this before we go. I have to do a little bragging. Corn down here looks fantastic. I mean, looks way better than it did last year. We are off to a great start, so that is good. Only thing I hate is where I'm turning around on the ends, where we have our end rows running over a little bit of corn, but nothing you can really do about that. I mean, you got to turn around and get back on the next set. But hopefully the little bit of corn I run over, the way we're putting out the fertilizer out here will pay it back. Should. But other than that, everything's working great. I got the pivot walking back that way. All we got to do is cut it off. I'm going to get real close to getting through this afternoon. I don't think I'm going to get through, but I'll get pretty close. But yeah, that's just going to wrap it up for this one, guys. We really appreciate, that's rough. Really appreciate y'all watching our videos, and if you don't mind, do us a huge favor and click the little thumb. It means you like the video. Hit the Triple R Farms logo if you want to subscribe. Other than that, guys, we are going to have a bumpy afternoon, and we'll catch y'all on the next one, guys. We're out.